Today I am talking about how I am becoming more soft. I think it's very important, especially in our day and age, to not be afraid of embracing our femininity, especially when society is constantly trying to make us androgynous or make us masculine. And so it's been on my heart a lot recently to really embrace my femininity. And I wanted to share with y'all today a few ways that I plan to do that. At a point, I was actually starting to fall for the okey doke and looking frilly and prissy, and those were actually things that I was kind of like turned off by. In my mind, it was superficial, and I equated being feminine with being materialistic. And now that I am getting older and becoming more aware of my self, becoming more aware of myself and who it is I really am creating myself as, it's become very important to me to embrace my femininity and not shun being a woman. I definitely did go through a phase where I have been harsh and blunt and upfront. I plan to embrace my femininity more by wearing dresses and simply just getting cute for no reason. It is encouraged that women can wear men's clothes, men can wear women's clothes. It's all good, and everybody can do whatever they want, however they want. And this is true. But for me, I am over that. I'm by far a tomboy. But as far as like being a girly girl and wearing dresses and getting my nails done all the time and get my hair done all the time and wearing makeup and all of that, I've never been that person. And I don't see myself becoming that person. But what I do see myself doing is just being more intentional about my appearance and looking feminine. And a good way that I feel like that is expressed is through wearing dresses. And I love me a nice maxi dress or sundress, and I'm just going to incorporate more of that into my wardrobe. Less pants and sweats, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a time and a place, but in order to embrace my femininity more, I'm planning to wear a lot more dresses. The second way that I am planning to do this is make an intention to move more slowly and softly and quietly. I find myself even moving throughout my house, in my kitchen, fixing dinner or whatever, just making an effort to be more gentle in everything that I'm doing. People walk hard, they slam cabinets, they talk loud, or stuff like that. So a way that I have been practicing being more feminine is just, slowing down, taking my time. If you're taking your time, there's no need to let the cabinet slam. There's no need to be rushing around the house and scurrying and exuding this rush, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry energy on everybody. So to piggyback off of that is be more gentle with my speech and embrace silence. Being mindful of the way I'm speaking to people, taking time to think about what I'm going to say before I say it, filter my thoughts before I let them come out of my mouth so that they are not harsh or offensive or demanding or rude. Speech is a big part of showing my femininity and softening myself. My next way is to pamper myself. I can take a little bit of time a day, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It might be shaping up my nails, taking a bath, meditating, just making a point to take care of myself. And that in turn gives me the energy of peace, relaxation, and softness. Next, taking time to rest when I need to, not trying to muscle through things or force things when I really should be resting. And of course, it has to be a balance because there are things that have to be done, but there's nothing wrong with prioritizing rest. Doing that is going to take a certain level of internal connection, being able to know what it is that I need in a moment, because I could just bypass any signs of me needing to really rest and try to muscle through something, but then I'm doing it rushed with an attitude because instead of resting, I'm trying to force something. Number 6 is following my internal seasons. And it's a lot of times where women, I feel like we follow the cycle of the moon, or we even follow the cycle of the earth, but it's important for us to follow our internal season, our monthly cycle, because that's more of what we should be connecting to And in order for me to soften, I have to pay attention to what season my body is in, because that's the energy that I have right now. Using the earth as an example of, what to do in each season, that's great. Use the earth to do that. But not only do we follow the earth and connect with the earth during her seasons in certain ways, but we have to do the same thing for ourselves. Number 7 is connecting with more women. And I actually started doing that a lot more over the past year or so. Going to women's circles, it actually feels really, really good to have a female community, because I, like many women, have had relationships with women or girls in the past, even going back so far as elementary school, middle school, and high school, where I did not have the best relationships with girls. Girls can be catty and just overall mean to each other, and I think like it is promoted or expected that that's the way girls' interactions will be with each other. And I did experience that in real life throughout growing up. And so I have that wound that a lot of women have around past relationships with women. And so being able to overcome that and still be able to open myself up to be befriending women at my age has been very healing for me, to be able to put my trust back in women and change my story around female relationships and females in general. Number 8 is setting boundaries and standards around my conduct. So how I present myself, what I will and won't engage in. I'm not about to argue with you about nothing, how you feel, what you think. Like, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not trying to convince nobody. You are entitled to feel how you want to feel and do what you want to do. I'm going to be just fine right here and not even worry about it. Number 9 is I've been learning new homemaking skills. So I've been learning how to sew, and I'm in the process of making an apron. I'm learning how to braid hair and crochet and cook from scratch, and I'm improving my gardening skills. And it does, like, I feel like it connects me to that grandmotherly lineage, which helps me to be a better wife, be a better woman in general. Number 10 is creating beauty within myself, but also within my environment, making my space beautiful, having more plants and art and stuff like that. Number 11 is being open to receiving love and affection from others, and not being so busy and hurried that I am not really embracing the moment and being present and slowing down enough to really appreciate it and absorb that into my energy in the moment. Number 12 is me allowing others to lead and becoming more agreeable, and that means that I am relinquishing control. I don't need to have all of that responsibility all the time. I can allow somebody else, especially if that's what they want to do. I could just go along for the ride and enjoy what somebody else wants to experience and not make it always about me. Being able to relax, let go, and go with the flow. Number 13 is becoming more emotionally intelligent. Now, this is something I definitely need to work on. I mean, I know what my feelings are, but it's the same few feelings when I know, like, deep down there's probably something else at the root. But to really dive into my emotions, because it could be sadness but it's presenting as anger, but just knowing how to connect with that in myself. Number 14 is becoming a more selfless and nurturing person. Taking care of plants really does help me feel more nurturing. Of course, I'm taking care of my family, but I find great joy in taking care of plant babies too. Oh, speaking of, look what I found at the Goodwill. Is that not so daggone cute? I'm gonna put it over there with all my other plants. Anyways, taking care of people, things, my house, myself, my family makes me feel feminine, and so more of that. And lastly, using my manners. I feel like manners tend to go by the wayside when you're in a rush or distracted. My attention is split and I'm just not showing much patience. Using my manners as best as I can in all situations it exudes what it is that I want to present myself as to the world: a soft, feminine, loving, caring, nurturing woman. Not to say that I don't already possess those qualities, but I want to increase them. And so here's to doing that. I appreciate you being here. If you have not already, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. All of your interactions really mean a lot, and it helps the channel to grow. So if you like my content, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.